Hey guys, welcome back to F8C Tactical. And what we've got on tap today, well, we're going to be looking at the Kaer 6-gun pre-assembled gun case from Kaerworld. So stick around. Now, normally when we talk about gun safes, most people think about those large, heavy gun safes. They weigh a couple thousand pounds, cost a few $1,000s. I own a couple of those. They work great. However, not everybody has the need or the space for one of those. Sometimes you just want to buy a less expensive, maybe more mobile safe, yet still secure enough to know that your firearms are out of harm's way. Also, many times on those larger safes, you can't really store them in a location that would be quickly accessible if you needed them. This option gives you the ability to store it in your closet or somewhere else that would be close for quick access and still not take up a lot of room. I picked this unit up for a couple of reasons. Number one, I really like the cool design, the Stars and the Stripes logo it has, but also it was the perfect size for me and what I was needing. I feel like this unit will allow me to put several of my long guns and handguns into a secure location and still fit nicely in our closet without taking up a lot of room. I have larger safes, like I said, and even a vault at our store that secures most of my firearms, but I wanted something small and convenient to put in our closet. Also, I didn't want it to take up a lot of room. So let's look a little closer at this safe from Kaerworld and see if it lives up to what I'm needing. First off, as we said, it does come pre-assembled, and I have to admit, it was packaged in a way to prevent damage from most normal shipping circumstances. And at 70 pounds, was still pretty easy to unload. The FedEx guy was able to unload it and put it in the carport pretty easily by himself. It only took a couple of minutes to unbox and do a quick inspection to make sure there was no damage. The safe is designed to hold up to 6 long guns and 8 handguns and still have plenty of storage for magazines and other items. It has an electronic keypad that runs on 4 AA batteries as well as backup keys. It also comes with a backup battery pack in case the batteries fail. It's made of alloy steel and the locking bolts are 20 millimeter steel rods. It also has anchor points on the back and the floor. All right, so the setup is pretty simple. First time in, we are going to use this key to open it up. Simple enough. There's a tray here on the back of the batteries. We're going to load 4 AA batteries here. Got our 4 AA batteries. We're going to install them. Not that way. And just like that. All right, we're installed. We should have power on the front of the unit now. And the original password that they set it up with is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and pound. All right, now we've got it open. So if you want to change that password while this is off, it's not lit up, there's a green button around here we're going to hit. It's going to give us that tone, and now we can use any 3 to 12 digit that we want to. We're just going to go 1, 2, 6, 7, and then you have to hit pound. And you can hear that audible tone that lets you know that it should be set. We'll double check that. And that's got our code set up. There we go. So if you want to put a second password in, that's easy enough. You're just going to wake the keypad up. You're going to hit 00, then the button, and enter your second one. 1, 2, 3, 4, pound. Okay, now we have 2 passcodes for it. We're going to double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, pound. Try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, pound. That one works. And we'll check to make sure the first one's still working. 1, 2, 6, 7, pound. All right, so now we have 2 working passcodes. If you wanted to do a system reboot, clear all the passwords from it, that's easy enough. With the unit open, you're going to hold that thing for 5 seconds, I think it is. Release it. It should have cleared all the passcodes. Let's see if that worked. Nope, doesn't work anymore. So we've cleared all the passcodes out, and you'll be ready to set new ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, pound. Should be set now. There we are. Easy enough. It does come with a battery backup as well. This holds 4 AA batteries, just like the original box up top. And if it ever was to go out, we'll display that real quick. So took one of the batteries out of the unit inside, so we shouldn't light up now. All you got to do is install this right here. And there you are. So that's the battery backup. It does come with 4 anchors as well. I think there's 6 possibilities there. We have 2 up here, there's 2 here, and I think there's 2 more right here on which ones you would use. You could buy some more, obviously, but those look pretty good. It comes with a couple of different trays you can use for whatever, for magazines, for handguns. This one looks like it would be perfect for some magazines. Handguns would be up here, and we have a holder as well. You can take it out, adjust it. If you've got a flashlight on one of them, you can trim this out a little bit. That's what I've done. Those work pretty well. It's also got one down here for your long guns. We've tested this. It works good as well. It's not heavy duty, but it is heavy enough to hold plenty of pistols, plenty of magazines, and still be lightweight. The safe does have a light inside the door panel. We checked, and it does stay on right at 30 seconds after the door is open. It's not super bright, but it does give you enough light to see what you're doing. However, I wanted a little more light in mine, so I added some more battery-operated lights. So once we had everything set up, only 2 questions remained. Number 1, how much could we fit in it? And number 2, once we did, how long would it take to access it when we needed it? So the dimensions here, it's basically 14 inches deep if you're including this. If you're not including the handle, it's about 12 inches, 14 inches wide, and I think we're 56 inches tall. So the question is, how much can you really fit in this? Well, we're going to find out. We're going to see if we can fit all of this into this. Let's see. So altogether, we got 5 rifles, 8 pistols, 20 spare pistol mags, and 20 rifle mags in the safe with room to spare. Now, all 5 of the rifles had optics. 3 of those had battle slings and lights. Now, without the flashlights and the slings, we could have easily gotten the 6 long guns that they claim. But obviously, the bigger the optics and the more accessories that you add, the more space it's going to take. Still, for that size unit, I was impressed with the storage it provided. So with 1 question down, now we just needed to know how fast we could access it when we needed it. The goal for me was about 8 seconds, so we introduced a timer to see just how long it would take. We also tested to see if we had to access it using the battery pack, how much time that would take as well. So what we learned was it took about 5 seconds for rifles and handguns in condition 3 and add about 3 seconds to that for ARs in condition 4. And if you needed to use the battery pack, you'd have to add another 10 seconds or so. The battery pack works well, and I love the idea here, but the keypad didn't seem to work as well when we used the battery pack. For whatever reason, you had to be a little slower and a little more deliberate as you entered the code. Overall, though, it worked pretty well. It just took me a few times to get used to the keypad. Once we did that, it worked pretty good, so no complaints there. Okay, guys, that is a wrap for our Kaer 6-gun safe. What did you guys think? I have to say, overall, for me, this was exactly what I was hoping it would be. An inexpensive mobile option that would fit in our closet and give me quick access when I needed it. When we talk about defending our home, time is always a key factor, and you obviously want something you can access quickly. This safe worked perfectly for my setup. If you have a system in place such as cameras, alarms, and good barriers on entry points, that's going to give you the time you need to access a safe like this. However, the thing that makes it a great option for mobility would also be a con when it comes to protecting it from being stolen. I would make sure to use those anchors on the back and the bottom if possible. But even with that, with enough time, just know that it's only another barrier that can eventually be breached. That's where those cameras and alarms will pay off when it comes to putting any would-be burglar on the clock. But as part of a broader security setup, this unit works great for me, and it doesn't cost you a fortune, which is always a win in my book. It does come with a 30-day return policy and a 2-year warranty, and for my part, they were always quick to respond with any questions or issues I had. If this video is helpful and you end up buying one of the safes at kaerworld, I do have a 15% discount code that you can use along with a link that we'll provide. Again, I do want to thank the people at kaerworld for sending us this unit to test. It was exactly what I had hoped it would be. Also, if you found this video helpful, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications for our future videos, and as always, from everybody at FHC Tactical, God bless, get out and exercise your Second Amendment right. We'll catch you next time.